using the mind as a tool and not allowing it to tool you. What's up? I'm here in Singapore right now in the Malay Gardens on a very, very sunny day in Singapore, I might add. On my way down to Australia, here to talk to you today about kind of a encompassing point that is kind of what I've been talking about the entire time in all these videos. Many of these videos is kind of using the mind as a separate entity from yourself to get something done, live the life you want, to get the things accomplished that you want, as opposed to letting them kind of run your life. There's lots of different reactions that we have ingrained into us. Some of them we've controlled, like studying. If you're a good student, if I have a test on Friday, I'm going to study for it. That's something I've ingrained in myself. Maybe my parents did, but I've also kept going. And obviously, if you're going to get into like university and things like that, you got to do it on your own. That's something like that you might, or if you're a good athlete, you've worked good instincts into yourself, into your body. And now it's a bad thing. Drugs are like a bad thing that we go, oh, I had no control over it. This is bad, or I'm terrible at tests. What else? There's lots of bad things that we feel like we don't control. Like being scared of things. That's something for me. Being anxious all the time about absolutely everything. Like going up to buying something in a store. I think I went over this before, but buying something was terrifying for me. And that's a reactionary behavior that I allowed to control that aspect of my life. Obviously, there are ways about that. Now I've talked about meditation. I've talked about kind of dissociating yourself, breaking free of that social narrative and why that's so important, of what people think and what you think you are and things like that. Again, you are not who you think you are, separating the mind from the self and the mind from who you truly are, things like that. So those are the things that I've kind of been going over. And it's important to think to yourself when you need to get something done, or if like, oh, I just can't remember my phone number or something like that. I can't remember my credit card number. Like little things like that too works as well. Treat your mind as a separate entity. It's like a child, you're gonna get mad at it, or him or her, but you just teach them over time, and that's kind of how you got to treat your mind in a lot of scenarios. Sometimes it doesn't always work. The teachings don't always work the way we want, but then you tweak them. The difference between the child and your mind is that the child actually grows up, and your mind, it grows up, but it's you still get to be with it the whole time, whereas if you raise a child, it'll eventually go off. So anyway, with that said, kind of a basic recap, you don't have to allow those reactionary behaviors to rule your life. You can definitely find there's lots of methods on the internet and things like that to overcome those kinds of reactionary behaviors. It's not the end, and yeah, so I'm on my way to Australia, and I got an audio tour coming, so I'm going to head out and explore some more Singapore. See you guys next time.